Good morning and welcome to Encourage with Kathy. I'm Kathy. Thank you for joining me today. Today I thought I'll take some time and discuss my journey with Bible translations, what I use, what I've enjoyed, what I started with, and surprisingly, the two new Bibles that I just bought today. There are so many translations and so many advancements that I'd like to share with you. So I think I'll just turn the camera out and you can enjoy the view from my window. I think that the bird feeding platter has a new visitor today, and the chickens are pretty busy with another dust bath. So enjoy the video and the view. Now, this Bible was my first Bible. My grandmother gave it to me as something old. And I walked down the aisle 40 years ago with this Bible as something old. You know, you have something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. This was something old. It was my grandfather's Bible, and it went to World War II with him. Now, this Bible almost went to the Battle of Normandy, but my grandfather had severe stomach ulcers, bleeding stomach ulcers, and he wasn't able to go to Normandy. His group didn't make it, so probably this Bible wouldn't have made it either. But anyway, that's what I started out with. I have no real early Bible experience at all. And that was a King James Bible. So as I went along in my years, I stuck with the King James Bible, which was very archaic and hard for me to understand with my knowledge of only modern English. But eventually, I started going to a Mennonite church, and they are very adamant about using the King James Bible. They were a large part of the Reformation period. They escaped England, came to this country so that they could freely practice their religion, and that they could teach everyone to read so that they could learn to read the Bible. As a matter of fact, they were the first to have a chalkboard in small schools in this country. Christopher Dock taught using the chalkboard when we first settled here. And anyway, it was easy to catch on to the King James when you're going to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday. You have Sunday school, you have summer vacation Bible school, you have revival twice a year, and you're getting sermons that are using it. And after many years, it just was the only Bible that I really understood. And we used it for our memory work as well. And adults and children all have memory work. So I have no regrets over no fluff, very sturdy Bible teaching church. At least you know what's in it. But after I did leave the Mennonite church, I ended up finding a new King James. And that was so easy to digest, and it didn't have tons of changes. Some of the structure, but mainly the these and the thous and the archaic Old English was removed from it. So I really enjoyed that. But one day I went into the Salvation Army, and they have free Bibles at their counter that they do give. And I found the New Living Translation. In those days, I think it was just called the Living Bible. And I saw that and I picked it up. And it, I guess, used to be a little old man that was in a nursing home. And he had all of his notations written in there. And just a lovely person, you could tell. He took the Bible and related it to himself, making the changes and transitioning himself, and it was just beautiful to read, and I always enjoyed that. So anyway, now today I read a little bit of all kinds of study notes, and today we have the internet, and we never used to have anything like that, where sermons can be taken online if you have an interest in something, and it's just fabulous. So that has changed things just tremendously. We used to have large amounts of Bibles and books and concordance and topical Bibles that we used to help us along. But recently, I just felt like I'm not picking up my Bible as much as I'd like to, because it's hard for me to read because it's so small. The print is so small. So recently I just ordered 2 new Bibles. One of them is a New Living Translation, and that has a very unique app that goes along with it that I can use my phone if I wanted to get in-depth sermons on just the page that I'm looking at. So that is going to be fun to use and to study. It's just amazing, the transitions in Bibles. And I also ordered a New King James Bible, which is my steadfast Bible. It used to be, say with the Mennonites, it was the Holy Bible. You were very careful with that book. You did not write in that Bible. And I found over the years, I highlight, I make notes. I enjoy writing in the Bible. It helps me gauge that information in my mind. So, and I know today they have out special pens and special highlighters that are just meant for the thin pages of the Bible. And I hope I mark up that whole Bible and can start another one every year. I don't mind at all. It is a life book for me. Mark it up, I say. And then it helps me remember what I was learning and what the Lord was talking to me about. So things have just changed tremendously with the Bible. And both Bibles are called a super giant print. And I hope that helps me be able to not read the Bible on my phone as much. I really enjoy having a book in my hand and reading it and marking it, but when the print is so small, I find myself not grabbing for it. So if you're a person like me that maybe your eyes just aren't what they used to be, I found myself sitting in my chair with my readers on and a magnifying glass, and it just makes it too hard. So this super giant print, they mean super giant print. If you ever get a chance to take a look at one of those, if you're facing some of these issues, I can just glance down at that and I have no trouble reading it. So anyway, that's about everything that I want to cover today. I hope that you find some translations that you enjoy. There are so many good Bibles, but the King James, the New King James, the Living Bible, when I first started out and I got that Living Bible from the Salvation Army, I tell you, I read the covers off that Bible. It was just so easy to read, and it comes with a lot of exclamation points and emphasis on the speech, and you got a real feel for what's going on at that time. It's not a word for word, of course, but it is thought for thought, and I feel like they do a real good job with translating. So good luck with your Bible, and I hope that whatever works for you, if marking it up works, if highlighting it, and today we have the internet, and that's a big advantage with the Bible too. But if we don't ever have the internet, well, it's nice to have a nice hard book. Well, I wish everyone the best. Thank you for joining me today. I love you, leaving you with that verse. Love each other.